Hey guys, we're back doing some solar education. One of the things I do believe is if the homeowner understands what they're buying and they understand solar, they'll be ready to move forward. So up here is the one of the questions I had was how do they determine how many panels I have and what does all this look like? So I'm gonna run through a scenario for you. So the biggest thing is we need to know what your annual usage is. So the easiest way to do, and I posted on my Facebook page, is go to PG&E or SCE or SDGE, and on PG&E there's a green button called Green Dot. Download the Excel file. It'll give you the history of electricity usage in your home. So I'm gonna use just a generic example. So let's say our annual usage is 15,000. kilowatt hours for the year. So, you might have a summer month of 2,000 kilowatts, you might have a winter month of 900, but through the 12-month history, we have 15,000 kilowatts. So the other thing is we need to know which position your house is. So north, south, east, west is, we're gonna determine where the primary position of the panels are gonna be. Typically, I see a lot of east-west. Ideally, we would love to be on the south-facing rooftop. So just to break it down, if we put solar panels on a north-facing rooftop, it only gets 1,000 light hours a year. But if we go east and west, we get 1,450 light hours hitting that panel. But south gives us 1,600. I always run this scenario at 1,450 because sometimes we have two to three arrays because of the way the roof structure is built. I have a array here, a array on the other side, and then one on the south side. So, as a blended number, 1,450 works. So let's just use the 1,450 in this scenario. We'll go east-west 1,450. So when I take 15,000 divided by 1,450, it gives me 10.34. What that means is like the size of the system in your house is going to be 10.34 kilowatt. Pretty large system for this area. Typically everyone lands between 7 and 9, but we're just going to assume because we just started with the large number, this house is probably 3,000, 4,000 square feet. So when I do that, I got to put it into watts because I really need to figure out how much wattage is used. So 10.34 times 1,000, because we need back in watts, these are kilowatts, gives me 10,340 watts of power I use that I'm going to need for solar. So the question is, well, how many panels am I going to have? If it's a 10.34, well, we're going to divide this out by 300 watts. And this gives me 34.48 panels. For me, I'm going to go 34 because I try to shoot for aesthetics, so I want squares. I don't want some random one that is missing one. It would really annoy me. Otherwise, I would move it up to 36 just to make it look good. Unless that's the way the roof structure is, and it is what it is. So now we figured out how many watts are needed and how many panels to cover 15,000 kilowatts of energy uses in your home. So let's figure out the price. So the going price in like the Central Valley and depending on where you go, but it's mostly at $3.65. You're gonna see people slide up and down that scale. So here it is. So 10,340 watts at $3.65 a watt turns into $37,755 for the system. Now you get the federal tax credit. So in this case, the federal tax credit's $11,326. So we're gonna take our 37,755 minus our federal tax credit that we're gonna get. So our net cost to own our system to generate 15,000 kilowatt usage a year for a home is $26,428 net. That's how much you got. That's how much you're gonna pay. So you know, you look at that, divide that out by 20 years, you're looking at $1,100 a year, right? And I guarantee you, at this number, take this number and times it by 0.28, which I did not do. This bill is probably $340 on average a month. And when you go solar, it takes it back down to, what did I say, 180 bucks a month, something like that. So here's like the basic equation of how to figure out how many panels you need, and then how to size the system and price it. So you know that when someone comes into your house, you already have that information in your back pocket. And you can play with this number, the 365, all day long, to see where you feel like you want to sit on your pricing. But yeah, that is my quick 5-minute video on how to price your system. Talk to you later.